Division. It's at the center of the Ball State University-Muncie Community Schools merger. Some have been outspoken, claiming that it's not the answer, while others have called for unity. But still, the city of Muncie is divided.
You'll see deep pockets of division, right? So you're not going to see the Muncie of 1960 that had fairly affluent households living proximally to poorer households. That there's much more sorting into neighborhoods, and it's sorting around school borders is where I think we perceive some of the biggest portion of that.
So instead now you have a town that's kind of divided, right? You have on the north and the west side you have a college town. Ball State and the hospital are the anchors of that part of town. And then the other part of the city is still a working class part of the city. The problem is that they don't have the opportunities for high paying work that they once did.
I think they haven't felt a connection to Ball State. Some of them certainly are employed at Ball State, and that's a very good thing. But they haven't felt that personal connection. It isn't part of their life.
The history of division runs deep, to the core of this Rust Belt city.
Some of the malinvestments involved building new schools that weren't needed. Northside High School, which was built in 1972, there was no need for that physical plant. It was designed to separate students from the poor part of town and the rich part of town, probably by race. It was terribly negligent.
Division is, if anything, more pronounced now because you have on one end of town faculty, doctors, professionals involved in these big institutions. And on the other end of town, you have people whose opportunities are mostly in the form of lower paid blue-collar labor or jobs in places like Walmart, service jobs, retail jobs, things like that. And those are two sets of experiences that are a lot different, and there's two sets of cultures really in town that are a lot different.
Poverty is so ingrained in these families and in this community. I don't know how we bridge the gap to have a connection to the Ball State family as a whole.
This has been, for generations, a community that is engaged civically and philanthropically. All we have done is, I think, is given people an opportunity to believe that if they stay engaged in the Muncie Community Schools, we can provide an extraordinary education to these children.
But developing those connections is not easy, and I don't believe that we are even close to assessing how that can happen.